So we got fake Torsen for Rebel Rising, fake Jet, and Joe's favorite player, Freddy, highlighting the roster for Rebel Rising edition, fan edition, anybody from Rebel Rising. And for some vendors, we have a Dead Dragon and the same build we saw them run last match.
Quick glance at the observer menu. Looks like SC is just getting handed deaths left and right.
AP Spike is really good on this map, just because that tar, one great way to avoid AP Spike is dodge those spears from the Assassin Paragon, and if you're in tar, it's pretty much not going to happen. You're going to die.
SC already well, back into base at the
Base here for sure. Chikorito and Super. They do have Super, who's a big time split character, and they have a Dervish and Chikorito moving over. Looks like their other Dervish, I guess, is making his way back towards the Sand team. I'd like to see him go into the base, honestly, over trying to do any kind of pressure while Liam's running the flag.
I'm just like to see SC pull back a little further. I feel like they're just going to keep taking deaths if they stand. Ouch. Yep. Yep. There he goes.
One unfortunate thing about the tar is you can't see if people died in shield set or not, but I just assume me shield set.
Right now we see lag pretty much totaled up with 2 healers. The basic response to the split. And they're going to try and do pretty much the same thing Frozen and let their spike in. We'll see if maybe SC can keep up on flags, which it looks like they're trying to do right now, and see if they can make something happen on split. Maybe split up the healing and get something done.
It's like they dragged a lot of the damage back at least, so they have a bit of a breather here, but still absolutely brutal start for SC. Would you expect them to be able to win this still, or?
Oh, here's a body block here. This is a big play. Let's see how this works out for them.
This is such a risky play. They're so vulnerable.
Oh, the huge meteor followed by the info.
Looks like SC
and the body block is out.
That was not smart play by SC, right?
I don't know about that one. Bit of questionable decision. Oh my god.
They're just right next to the spoolie, though. I'm getting away from
really
that's not what you want to see out of the #1 Gilbert.
If you look at SC, they really, it's a fluke that they're #1, but they really turned the page. Last so well, they played so well last game, but this game's yes, no consistency really. It looks like Jackie has Pensive Bond on his bar. I'm assuming he was trying to spec for 3 dervs, yet lag tricked him, and I think he has a with this spike.
There's a note here, a difference in the AP spike for Rebel Rising Expanded Edition for rawr over what we see. They have those with sacrifice
generated a bunch of spikes. Oh wait.
This is
they're amazing. Brutal just takes a tar nap.
Amazing.
He's up. I didn't like that they were just like he's up, he's low, and then they kind of threw stuff at him.
I don't know why SC isn't totaled in their base at this point. Like they're just gonna keep feeding far while they stand out here. Just not good decision making. I mean, we see them not turtle up. They get a quick breather, and their response is to body block a front door. Questionable decisions back to back, to say the least.
I'd like to see a body block here. I mean, why not at this point, right? Block again.
That was really late of this game for us. It wasn't the smartest thing to do.
That was almost YouTube. If this YouTube worthy, if Guild Wars Observer mode had better interface.
See Liam here playing Disrupt instead of Leap. Don't know if that's the popular choice.
Liam has a lot of interrupts, but that glyph sacrifice is just tearing him up.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to say, Joe. Is that they really counter them with a ranger, try to interrupt their spot. The only people we can really interrupt are those favorite guys and Eva Mendez.
Oh, man, dude. Gotta stop harping on about that.
He's won more 2011 gold trims than anybody else, and it's looking good for him right now. It's also looking good for me getting those big NZ.
Mendez.
I clearly need to, Liam just got that wolf on his head, and, I'm about to be giving up 10 keys, looks like.
What about this split? Super Dragon and Chikorito makes it on these tonight.
This game really is.
If he can ball them up, they might be able to get him. Honestly, like.
No, not against two healers.
They really don't have healing. They don't have healing enough to really support themselves.
They'd have to ball up on the Mesmer, and even then it's
a
a
collapse
shot.
here coming from rawr. Looks like they're going to try to catch these guys in the base.
These guys are just doomed. Look at their positioning. Look where SC's monks are. SC's monks are just... They're trying to run through the tower. It's not going to happen. We're looking at 1 to 3 dead players.
That's a derv after time. That was a well-timed play there by rawr. They collapse at a time in which their kills would be after time on the splitter. That's going to give them a huge window of pushing back into SC's base. It's looking bleak here for SC. Their bars are even low, which is just crippling against a pure spike. You do not want your bars to be looking like this. The DP's racked up. Across my fingers here for another body who died before.
Oh, man.
Another death, just so quickly on Super. I think that was a Death Pact one, too. Joe, I mean, the morale right now for the #1 guild, it's in the dumpster right now. What is it?
It's pretty bad.
Anyway, for them to come.
The only thing I is, like, pep talk and some sort of, like, 80s training montage. They pull out an improbable victory against all costs. It's over.
Can't even whip out the old body block the other team, because we've seen that already backfire on them.
I mean, it was a good effort, eating a 4-man meteor, including all healers.
So I was going to see AP Spike. I mean, it's been around for time. It's been fighting so far against these dervishes. Is it just something about dervishes that allows AP Spike to have more success? I mean, when it was Warriors, it was Triple Warrior. We didn't see AP Spike as much, Joe. What do you think?
Well, everyone's running, I think you gotta look at the armor insignias people are running. Like, these dervishes, you know, I assume that, I wouldn't know, but they're probably running armor well enchanted, or maybe armor physical. And that Balthazar gives a hefty armor plus physical chunk, but you know, this Assassin Paragon Spike is almost all elemental damage, so I have to say the dervishes probably aren't really preparing well for it, which, you know, would lead to them taking increased damage, I would say. And meanwhile, you've got things like Hammer Warriors who were running Sentinels and taking, like, practically no damage to the same build.
Got kind of a play here. We got Brutal trying to string out the healing here in the base, trying to pull this knight into this really back corner here, while his other guys are in kind of the boat, trying to make other things happen, even though this archer is kiting the other dervish. It's kind of unfortunate for him.
He's gonna die, though. Looks like
it's like Brutal's play did not work out there.
They really need healing on this split. I mean, I guess they can't really spare the Ritualist, but I mean, he's not
doesn't
saving
matter,
anybody
though.
at this
rawr
thing
has
anyway.
arrived. Fake rawr has arrived. All people have arrived on a collapse. Everyone's dead.
A little early on the collapse. Last time we saw them get him right after time. but these are all before time. I mean, it's just more DP. I mean, if you look at the score chart here, the morale for the red team is going in a bad direction. I mean, when you're below that second dotted line, it's bleak time.
This build wasn't really the best by SC. I really didn't think they were. I guess it's arrogant to run it. And you really utilize this map. It's forward. You more rounded map. I use that mesmer. I thought I'd make a better build, but they're paying the price for what those doing.
What do you like to see there, Trojan? Just simply another ritualist and just run the base bar build?
The triple. I'm sorry,
I hope you meant Dervish.
A triple.
Not so the triple rip build is standard.
Oh, we did see those ritualist dervishes that during the Guru Cup with the sides and those things. We were kind of
anything really other than a split. They're not gonna win with a split, especially on this map. It's too easy for AP Spike. It should have been obvious that Lag was going to come out with this type of build. They tend to. They should have definitely prepared better for this. They know Lag isn't going to fight them straight up. And a split build definitely wasn't the best choice for SC. But the game is not over yet. You never know. Iconic Liam splitting off. He could change the game, so we'll see.
Hopefully,
you can make an iconic play of the ages.
Show us
to win the
why
game from
this.
here.
Yeah. Hopefully, he can show us why he's an icon for everyone. I really want to see those big plays out of such an iconic player, but
they got fake Torsten. Kind of caught here. It's just so easy right now for fake rawr. They're able to make the same plays over and over again and just get kills every single time. I mean, there hasn't been this is probably the longest stretch of the game here, about 2 minutes without getting a kill on the other team. Probably the longest stretch that SC's won without taking a death. It's not going to last much longer, I don't
2
think.
minutes without SC accomplishing anything, though. I mean, the game is over. The only reason they're hanging on is because this is this is their shot at the monthly. They want that improbable 80s comeback victory. I mean, I guess I'll root for him. Everyone likes a comeback story. It's just, it's kind of hard to root for people when it's
Maybe if the PvP flux was, if your whole team is DP'd out, all your guys have like 300% damage increase. Maybe they'd have a shot there. Little champion flux.
I like the positioning of SC's Rid at least. I mean, they're trying to get healing on the split.
Looks like they're gonna try and rush, but War Angel is prepared. Torsen, the wannabe Torsen at least, he's trying to come back. Looks like SC's turning around.
Looks like it's just kind of back and forth. I know we're not getting into this match. This is just kind of one of those kind of boring times in a GVG.
Exactly. They're delaying it. The only real hope SC has is to Lord Rush. If they don't do that, then it's game, set, match. They have to catch the healing out, snare him, and hopefully get the Lord down. They have to deal with almost an entire pit. It's not going to happen.
Oh man, Ritualist has been snared. The train of fake rawrs, it's coming. Somebody's about to get run over.
Right after time, too. Here it comes.
He is getting Lone Wolf too. 10%
Base defense is about to get trucked.
Bond on him. If they can hold this guy with good snares and they can force the other monks to have to stay there, keep healing, spike them too.
They're incoming through. It looks like they're going to try and spike one of those bombs.
One right. So Jackie looks like target.
Good.
Oh, there you go.
Pretty nifty moves on those boards. Kind of forgot about the Ritualist friends in the back.
Well, he wasn't in the base, so he didn't have any hands. This is unfortunate for him. Oh, Ayumi eats a mind shock there. Might get snared. Using that return. Return really effective. This MAT I'm seeing. You do not want to be lone wolf in this AP fight. You do not want to be a one-man
SC's doing their best to make it an exciting game, but that was a fully genuine yawn.
Wish we had instant replay so we could see that body block a few more times. That's definitely the highlight of this match.
Well, Bay's defense is, once again, kind of leading his team to their doom. Caught in a really weird spot.
We'll give SC a bit of credit here. They've minimized the amount of deaths they're taking to an extent. It's just they're not even pressuring rawr's base anymore. They're not even getting into it. They're just kind of running up and along this top path.
The game out, really. That's all they're really doing is stalling the game out, hoping that...
I mean, there's always a chance at 28. You're never completely out of it. There's so many mistakes teams make going for war damage.
I mean, they do have one knight down. We gotta take a look at the little bright sides. Can you guys see any others? I see one knight down, a couple archers.
I said they have 2 dervishes, which puts them in a better place than the spike team for getting the damage. The question is if they're going to be able to survive. I mean, if they push their damage into fake rawr's base, and fake rawr knows that all they have to do for the last few minutes is just push in and kill those DP'd monks. I mean, I think they can just kill the monks and kill the game.
Right
Game
here,
down.
this is super pretty much trying to be Superman. Running off by himself. Kind of drawing the rest of his team out because of his position.
He's gonna be super dead here. Those monks are gonna get to him, but now they're caught.
He's being a one-man wolf pack there. Yumi again able to run away. That return is really saving them.
SC is just saving people and then returning away. I mean, good credit to them for using their bars about as well as they can.
Well, it's like they lost this fight and they're just trying to hold themselves up. They're really getting destroyed at this point and slowly taking death. The raid isn't really the best. He's taking a lot of deaths for his positioning.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing that far out. I mean, you know, he wants to support a split, a hypothetical split, but you know the rest of the split isn't happening, so he just kind of gets caught out there for no reason.
Yeah, I'd like to see the dervishes and the mesmer or the necro or somebody get out and then like already be in the base and then he moves over, kind of like a secondary kind of run off. But
I mean, you generally don't use your healers to initiate a split. I mean, once again, he drew his team out and got amazing brutal exploded there, who is now, I'm almost positive, 60 DP'd.
Chikorito's making a champion play here. Look at this.
Oh man.
He's running for his life right now.
Well, base defense has once again exited the base to support his team. Only time will tell if base defense gets base dumpstered, but...
Notice he spelled his name wrong, and D-E-F-E-N-S-E, not a C, so...
Poor spelling is not what we like to see. Bodyguard down, meanwhile. Looks like the spike team is tired of the round game, and they are just hammering into the base right now.
Well, it's that Dervish 60. I mean, presumably he's the guy with their Death Pact, and I'm assuming that Necro has a flash. It's just nothing keeping SC down, both knights and the guard down. Oh, things are just looking worse and worse.
Liam just kind of standing. No, SC has no healing at the stand side. They have to use that incoming to heal themselves as they run around.
Chikorito is in champion mode, deep in the base.
Really easy kill. Really easy
Jet
kill.
Dog Stomper's been at like 10% health for so long. He's like, I'm just gonna die. Just sig me. We're perma boosting. It doesn't matter.
Jackie really has no chance at catching this spike. I think the only thing SC can do is slash resign and smile.
there comes a point where you you want to resign to save face, and they're kind of getting to that point.
Maybe even Alt F4. They just need to kind of cover their heads up and leave this one.
I think the big important thing here is Brutal is alive and good again. He's DP'd out,
I
but
mean,
he's
they have traded Jackie's life for the life of Brutal, but I mean, would you rather have a Jackie man or a very brutal man to turn the game around?
I'd rather have a Gilward alive, and there's death. And this one, mercifully, for everybody's sake, comes to an end.
Thank God.